unfiltered.
Do you some serious sound, you big stiff idiot.
Infuriated.
I'm trying to get smashed.
And just as fanatical in person as he is in the ring.
Don't care about being a role model, and I couldn't give what anybody thinks about me.
Sometimes special people are crazy.
Come on!
The evolution of the Gypsy King has been quite a sight to behold. From those good old days to the vastly improved athlete of today that's done the unthinkable.
Knock me spark out, then I've lost. Failing that, I'll come back and I'll hunt you down.
With 2 back-to-back mega fights lurking in the crosswinds, it'd be rude not to take a look back over some of Fury's past encounters. In doing so, it'd be wise to start with one night in particular, which really kicked things into gear.
Never fought a Gypsy King before, have you? You've never fought a king before. You're looking at one of your pal, me.
After forcing Christian Hammer into early retirement during their fight, the highly awaited collision between Vladimir Klitschko and Fury finally came to fruition.
My time to shine. You're getting knocked out, old man. I've never fought a king before. You're looking at one of your pal, me.
Questions, I just answer.
In your opinion, they're as boring as me.
Listen,
They didn't ask
I'm
any
here
questions.
to entertain.
You can.
I just do what I want to do. Maybe I do this.
I'm not gonna talk actually bad about your boxing skills. You're, for a tall man, you move well. There's a lot of good stuff that you're doing. There's a lot of stuff that you can't just do. You can't, as we're all limited. And I've faced a lot of guys that promised a lot before, haven't delivered anything in the ring.
After Fury upped the ante with the verbal mind games from the very beginning, it became clearly obvious that, combined with his awkward style, was what led the Ukrainian into uncharted territory, slowly becoming unstuck until the final bell sounded.
Today was a good night, not a good night for me to win this fight. I wish there will be more clean shots that I could land. I couldn't find the right distance and land those shots. And his head movement, I couldn't land the right punches. I congratulate him tonight. He won the fight. And to be continued.
Interesting. I'm just observing and really enjoying the situation where I'm at as a challenger, and I'm obsessed with the goal to get the titles back.
Unfortunately, it was from this point that things took a turn for the worse for Tyson, shortly after his rematch with Klitschko was announced.
Hi guys, as you already know, October 29th revanche against Fury is cancelled due to whatever issue this time Fury has.
I came back off the boat, I picked up the paper, expecting to be celebrated. He said straight away, he said it was the hate campaign started. So I think over the period of that he was okay, he was complaining a lot about it. And he said, you know, we're just not accepted, you know, I've won the world title and this is how I'm treated.
With 3 years now out of the ring, Fury's shape and physical condition had deteriorated, leaving people with the assumption he'd never return to the sport again. However, whilst inspiring many people around the globe, Fury's rise back to being fully fighting fit for another roll at the dice came astonishingly out of nowhere.
I was sitting here, 400 pounds, a drug addict, an alcoholic. By the way, I'd never took a drug in my life until I got to 27.
Where I was bottling this depression up and all the mental health problems over the years, putting it to the back of my mind because I had to concentrate on the goal in hand. But when I didn't have that goal anymore, I realised that a massive dark cloud was about to approach, and it did.
With 2 warm-up fights out of the way in mid-2018, it was the Bronze Bomber who'd come forward for Fury's 3rd encounter of the year. But hoping for easy pickings and expecting a washed-up champ soon became a big mistake.
Power is real, baby, and you will
I
feel
can feel
the
nothing.
baptism.
When I look at you, I say,
Trust
"Doctor,
me.
wait,
And
man."
that's what
Well, he does well, you know, he got great movement to be 6'9". You know, he can throw combinations well, you know. He can do, you know, you seen him on the rope-a-dope, doing the rope-a-dope.
But it's not gonna be easy, Tyson. I can like you and I can say I can love you as a man and look in your eyes and really genuinely mean that.
I think to a certain extent, if we're going to be honest here, right, and we're supposed to be, Wilder was exposed.
I literally seen this man's eyes rolling in the back of his head. When I seen Jack on the ground with him, checking him, I'm like, it's over, only God knows how he got back up.
The referee, I think, he gave him way too much time.
I agree with that too.
He said that I won all the rounds in his opinion, and all that. And he said the only reason he did what he did because he did what was best for the sport.
With the first bout ending in a controversial draw, a second fight was clearly inevitable, and just over a year later, it was signed.
Your body gonna be laying.
I do want to ask you something about your
like it was before,
just like that. But this time around, you ain't getting up because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I bought a big hammer from Alabama.
After noticing certain things during the first fight, Fury decided to switch up trainers, hiring Kronk's boxing Sugar Hill steward to adapt a new style to his boxing repertoire, in hope to gain a more conclusive finish this time round.
Let me be clear, Max. You're saying, Tyson Fury, that the next time you fight Deontay Wilder, you will knock him out. That's what you're saying?
1,000,000%.
If Tyson puts on a stone in a bit and goes there trying to knock him out, I think it's a dangerous tactic. It's crazy.
And yet, despite many sayings this was suicide up against a puncher like Wilder, he backed up each and every word undeniably.
Fight's all over. They've thrown the towel in from the Wilder corner, and Tyson Fury is the heavyweight champion of the world.
My side, you in the tower, and I'm ready to go out on my shield, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of things going on coming into this fight.
Out of there. People would try to label it as a knockout, but that's not a knockout. That's a stoppage because of a weak individual in my team.
What you did is what my people deal with all the time. Someone cheating them from providing their greatness into the world. But it's a burden that we cut off only to make us stronger. So in the first fight where Ricky Hatton was pulling down your gloves to put your fist in the improper position. Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed.
I paid a severe price because my legs were how they were because of my uniform. My uniform was too heavy. It was 40 plus pounds. We had it on 10 or 15 minutes before we even walked out and then put on that helmet. That was extra weight. And then the ring walk, then going up the stairs. How bad does this look for Wilder? He's serious here.
This might be the most embarrassing excuse that I've ever heard.
Don't forget, when I came here, they said I can't punch. Deontay Wilder said himself that I've got 2 pillow fists. But, not bad for an old fat guy who can't punch, eh? Done all right, didn't I?
With the excuses pouring out of Team Wilder and former trainer Mark Brayland now being dismissed from the team, it was obvious Deontay had taken the defeat to heart. And after being radio silent for the remainder of the year, an arbitration case that legally bound Fury to take part in a third collision had been given the green light, scuppering potential plans to fight Joshua.
Look, enough said. Time to cut off his head. And come July the 24th, there will be bloodshed.
So no matter how much that Malik teaches Deontay's going to do what Deontay's going to do.
Though with little anticipation for a third bout, it was to people's surprise that the fire and heart of both men made for certainty the best fight out of all three.
You went over to see him, what did you say to him?
He said, well done. He said, I don't want to show any sportsmanship or respect. I said, no problem.
Is that what he said to you?
Yeah.
Are you surprised by that?
Very surprised. Sore loser, an idiot.
Do you have a lot of respect for Tyson Fury?
I don't. You know what I mean? Certain things that he did, you know what I'm saying? Which I like I tell people, I only handle what I could have control over. And it's a business. In this business, many people tried to cheat me. At the end of the day, God is good because at the end, through it all, it made me stronger, it made me bigger. You know what I mean? And
it made you richer.
Come on.
7 months on, Fury made his first homecoming fight in 4 years, stepping back on British soil to face long-awaited WBC mandatory Dillian Whyte.
This time next year, Frank will be millionaires, son!
We are where we are, but
Dillian Whyte isn't. He's in Portugal. He should be here. It's disgraceful.
32 times his biggest payday. He should be here today kissing my feet and washing my feet.
I'm not going to fly away from Portugal, waste 2 days traveling, doing this, doing that. What for? I'm training, dreaming things throughout my life. I've looked people saying, oh, you're finished, you're going to lose again, don't fight him again. I was like, shut the fuck up, brother, listen.
I'm confident in getting the revenge any way possible. KO, points.
We're ready to go to war, trust me, we're ready to go to war. Don't let all this fool you, we're ready to go to war.
Whyte's lack of ambition to sell the fight, failing to turn up for conferences, didn't seem to hold the Gypsy King back from stealing the show. And after selling out an impressive 90,000 at Wembley Stadium and putting on a dominant one-sided display against the challenger, he proved his worth once again.
With an absolute peach of a punch! I don't think anyone was expecting that shot. He beats the count, but he doesn't know where he is. The bell might know it's off! It's called off!
Well, the game plan was to obviously stay tight early and try and obviously jab with him because I got long arms and I can jab as well. Find range and then start pushing on as the fight went on. And I started to push on and, obviously sometimes you can reflect and think, should I start pushing earlier, I should have done this, I should have done that. I kept him getting all the blame for everything and I wasn't doing it. He was the one that was holding, he was the one that was headbutting and being dirty in the fight. I was hurt, obviously I didn't go straight down. I was hurt, I was trying to get my senses together, but then he full on two-handed pushed me. It wasn't like one arm thing, he two-handed pushed me and I fell over and hit my head. A referee, it's a terrible job from the referee there, but it is what it is.
With the retirement announcement leaving fans baffled and many misleading, contradictive messages over social media not going down too well.
To get me out of retirement, considering I don't need the money and I don't need the aggravation, it's going to cost these people $500 million.
A failure to make the undisputed showdown with Usyk instead led to an anticlimactic tune-up bout against an old foe come friend in Derek Chisora.
I'm scared of me, Chisora.
More scared of your suit, son. Your nightmares.
You have showed up the body.
No. Don't listen. You
have showed him up.
Let me say something. You got so much bipolar over ages. Just chill out.
I'm nothing.
Yeah,
Man's a coward.
Leave him alone.
Man's a coward. I'm just going to keep talking.
The things that made me connect with you and many others is like you always seem to take on challenges that other people wouldn't do, and that's why this Chisora fight I think is rubbing people up the wrong way, is because it doesn't feel like you're doing your usual thing that we love you for, which is it's not a challenge for you.
Did Tyson call you to say, I've got a nice bit of work for you? What happened?
Both. If I can sit here and try and be more aggressive to Tyson and try and say so many bad words, I cannot, because the man I'm looking at right now, he's giving me an opportunity when Frank Warren didn't want to give me an opportunity, when Bob Arum is saying that they want to give me an opportunity, when even my old promoter Eddie Hearn didn't want to give me an opportunity. He called me up and he said to me, I want to fight you, I want to give you a big payday.
I came over to see Derek and make sure he's all right. Prince, do you want a beef burger? 5 guys.
I won't enjoy this burger, but my fucking jaw is hurting.
I'm not surprised.
How late in the fight before it started to feel like an uphill battle?
I think round 3.
When the fight was stopped, did you feel like you had more? Or
the ref came to me to say, if you don't do anything else, I'm going to stop it. And then the ref was right. I was not doing much anyway.
What did you think of his performance tonight against Chisora? A lot of people thought that he was going easy on him and that it could have ended a lot sooner. No?
Good sparring.
Who's that? You're next, little bitch. You're next. You are next.